Perfect. Okay, Rodney, you can get started.
Hey, thank you, Marlene. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I know we have some people in Australia and some other countries that couldn't join us, but they will be seeing the recording, so I highly suggest you take notes. This class is entitled How I Get My Free Holistic Healthcare. It's pretty cool, right? A lot of people, even on our organization, on our team, our oil tribe, they're still not very familiar with how they can reap the benefits of getting free healthcare. And I'm talking about natural healthcare. I'm not talking about the conventional kind. So let's get into that as well. I do want to mention also in the very beginning, we are giving away raffle prizes. So for those of you who are on the call and you stay till the very end, we'll take roll. Okay, so you can say, hey, I'm here on the chat area, the chat section of this of Zoom. Say you're here, say it by saying your name. Okay, so go on there, put your name down, and that's how we'll take roll. And at the end of the class, we'll take roll again with your name just to make sure everyone was here till the end. I will try to be, mindful of everyone's time. I'm sure you guys don't want to stay here for more than, an hour. So let's keep that in mind when we ask questions and stuff. We want to stay on track. Okay, so these are the 2 raffle prizes that everyone will be entered who has stayed for the class. I don't know if you guys saw my video on the Holistic Healing Group and a couple other people I shared on, but these 2 chakra blends were created by Marlene, a vet, and she does for chakra cleansing. This one is for the heart chakra. It's infused with crystals specifically for the heart chakra and essential oils for that chakra. And then this is for the sacral chakra. Okay, so it's infused. I love this. Isn't it gorgeous? It's beautiful. And you can use that while you meditate. So 2 lucky winners will get that. I wanted to give away a couple. So just so you know, guys, when we do classes and stuff, we typically do give raffles, and everyone who has an oil account, usually the online classes are free. So it's a really great benefit that we get from being a family. Okay, so Marlene's going to cover a few things too, but I'm going to cover probably most of the material. I will go over right now what we're going to cover. So we're going to cover the Meridian Healthcare Clinics, but before we do that, we're going to talk about the basic premise of health, because I think even when people have an oil account, sometimes they just don't understand how to prevent and heal illness properly and what holistic is. It is totality. Because people can use oils all day long, but if they don't consider diet, exercise, reducing toxic overload, oils are a huge factor in keeping healthy, but you do need to consider those factors as well. So we're going to talk about that, and then we're going to talk about Meridian Healthcare Clinics. So for those of you who are familiar with the Meridian Healthcare Clinics, it's called Prime Meridian. It's created by doTERRA. There are holistic health facilities that are going to be in every state across the country, I think in the next 5 years. We're already in 3. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about loyalty rewards program. Some of you are on LRP, I'd say most of you. Some of you have no idea what it is, and there's a possibility you weren't given a proper membership overview. And in that case, I suggest you contact your enroller or contact me or Marlene to make sure that you get one. They are free. We just explain how to use your accounts. It's that simple. If you bought the account, you should know how it works.
Rodney, if they can, just in the chat as well, if you haven't received a member overview, or if you don't remember the benefits of LRP and you want to kind of have a recap on that, just comment also in the chat on that you want that, so we can reach out to you after the class.
Perfect. Thank you, Marlene. And then referral partnerships. I don't know if you guys are familiar with referral partnerships, but we'll go over that as well. And then enrolling your own people. So there are different options, but all in unison you can utilize, or utilize anything that you resonate most with to ensure that you get proper holistic healthcare for free. So let's talk about that and what that looks like. So the basic premise of health, I'm going to share my screen. Let me go into my photos. Okay, so the basic premise of health, can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay, meditation should be in here. I didn't have enough room. I don't know if you guys know, I'm a graphic designer, so I like to make my own graphics. Whenever I have like a thought, I feel like it's downloaded from the universe. I try to put it on paper. So anyway, the basic premise of natural holistic health is detox, nutrition, natural medicine, and meditation, mood management. Those things are really important too, because what really causes illness is toxic overload, malnutrition, and stress. Gerson Therapy, Hippocrates Health Institute, they all talk about that. So for those of you who are aligned with holistic living, this makes a lot of sense to you. And a lecture like this will be tremendously valuable. For the people out there that aren't completely aligned, that don't really understand or care about this kind of stuff, then they probably won't really find value, but you guys are gonna love this. So detox and nutrition are important, like I mentioned before. Why are natural medicines important, and why do we need to incorporate them? We have oil accounts. We do know that oils are important, but I do like to show that on a graphic and to reasons why, because you guys, it's not just about using a magic bullet and then, healing disease or anything like that. It's also about eliminating the toxic products inside of our home, and that's a huge factor to proper health care, because if you're not eliminating those toxins, then you are going to be exposed to poisons that will inevitably turn into neurological, infectious, degenerative illness, and things of that sort. So we want to make sure that we eliminate them, and the best way to do that is through using natural products. So here it is. Can you guys see this?
Yes.
Okay. So there's two things that happen when we use natural medicines, essential oils. One, we are helping to heal the body on a cellular level and a molecular level. So do the research on that. There's thousands of scientific journals out there that explain that. There's plenty of resources, but also we eliminate the synthetic toxins that are making us ill too, whether it's autoimmune. I could go on for pages about the different diseases that are caused by toxic overload. But anyway, we can eliminate a lot of those products. And 90% of the pollution that we're exposed to, you guys, it's voluntary. It's stuff we're purchasing at the store. So green cleaning, natural cosmetics and cleaning supplies, medicines and things of that sort, you can replace with essential oils. I feel like that's a missing piece of the puzzle for a lot of people out there. I know, because I have consultations with people, and for some reason it baffles them when I talk about this part, and it's a huge part. And then look to the right side where the essential oils are. You'll see where it says essential oils are healthier, safer, and more effective. And by using them instead, we defund the corrupt synthetic chemical industries, whether that's DuPont, Monsanto, pharmaceuticals, and just different types of corrupt industries out there that are capitalizing off, synthetic stuff that really shouldn't be inside of our body that's causing disease pandemic. We're defunding that. So a lot of people are out there and they talk, you'll see them on social media, but what are they really doing to get involved? This is a great way to get involved, just by not supporting the problem. Any questions so far, guys?
We should probably leave the questions for the end, because it's a lot of information. So
yeah,
take
you're right.
notes if you have questions, guys, or put it in the chat and we'll revisit it at the end.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you for keeping me on track, Marlene.
Yep.
So good at delegating. Okay. All right, guys. So that's the basic premise of natural health. As simple as it is, sometimes the quote-unquote experts would like to make it appear a lot more convoluted, but it's actually not that difficult. Okay. So let's go into Prime Meridian. So before we do that, I just kind of want to show you guys something. As you guys know now, essential oils are not just hype. Okay, it's not just something that magically appeared. Now everyone's talking about it because it's a fad. Essential oils have been used for thousands of years. This is not an oil class. I'm not going to go into this, but I do want to talk about how they're being taken seriously in the medical field now. We're used in over 50 different hospitals and ERs across the country, doTERRA alone, and then we're used at Mayo Clinic, Vanderbilt, all kinds of stuff. So they're really taking a liking to this because they understand now that the science is being proven how important these essential oils are. And we are at the forefront of disrupting the medical industry by pushing natural medicines through mainstream with science, which no other oil company in the world has ever been able to do. So anyone who is really, wanting this, anyone who aligns with holistic, this should be so exciting for you. So I could go on for pages about what the oils do and how they're used inside the medical industry, but we won't go into that. If you guys want these images, I can always send them to you. Just message me, okay? Here's just another image. hospitals and health clinics. Okay, so here's some articles that are coming out. It's pretty intense. It's just tremendous, the strides that we're making this last few years. Okay. All right, so that being said, we're going to go straight into Prime Meridian and why that is huge for us in terms of healthcare. Let's get right into it. So Prime Meridian, you guys, it was set up by doTERRA to help because there's a lot of people who are struggling with healthcare. They're not able to get proper healthcare, and even if they do have health insurance, they can't get proper holistic healthcare because the insurance companies don't cover it. I don't know if you guys have ever tried to go to a holistic physician, but they're very expensive and they don't take health insurance usually. So our holistic health facilities we're in 3 states. Again, like I mentioned before, we'll be in every state very soon. And let's go into that and what that looks like. Okay, so this is an example. So unlimited primary care, no copays, no insurance billing, no cancellation fees. Isn't that beautiful all by itself? Let me get this out of the way. I can't even read this. Okay. Marlene, can you read that bottom part?
It says, we combine, oh, somebody just popped up here. We combine proven allopathic and integrative care techniques to make sure you have the highest quality care.
Perfect. Why is that important, you guys, when it's integrative? Don't you think that's important? Because if someone has diabetes type 1 and they haven't been able to reverse that, if they go to a holistic facility, they may still need insulin shots, right? So listen, I know I talk a lot about, the synthetic drug industry because I do think that in most cases, people are going to these quote unquote resources when it's really unnecessary and more harmful. But there is a time and a place where these things can be used when someone has a debilitating illness. Like, let's say someone's thyroid was removed. Well, now they do need to take synthetic drugs unless they get a transplant, right? So these health facilities will have integrative. And what that means is they'll be using holistic methods like probiotics. They'll have nutritionists that give people protocols and meal plans to help reverse their illnesses. They have health coaches and holistic physicians, but they'll also have integrative medicine. So they'll work with Western medicine as well. Does that make sense? Okay. I can't even see your reaction. So hopefully that makes sense. It's really exciting. It's so awesome. This is exactly what we've been praying for. And doTERRA is doing it. Okay, accessibility to doctors, get unlimited access to all of our services with one simple monthly payment. It's $90 a month, you guys, to do the Prime Meridian. That's nothing compared to health insurance and usually what it costs. And I just want to throw it out there. We're not registering anyone for this today. So don't think there's going to be like a bill sent to you. This is just letting you guys know, making you more knowledgeable. So when it comes to your state, you'll be aware. And then we're going to find a way for you guys to get it covered so you don't have to pay for it. So you can actually, once the facility is built near you, you can take yourself and your family there and not have to worry about the cost of even $90 a month, which is pretty measly, right? It's not really that much considering how much you're going to get back. Okay. Next image. And done. Okay, simple, streamline access. Book an appointment without worrying about copay. Telemedicine enables you to have your appointment anywhere. So that's pretty exciting too. I'm sure a lot of you who wait for appointments and stuff for conventional doctors and facilities, you know what that is all about. We're not going to go into Prime Meridian. I just want you guys to get excited that it's coming and it's on its way wherever you live in the United States. And for those of you who live on the outside of the United States, that doesn't mean we're not going to be there eventually, but right now we're focused in the United States. And I did post you guys on all of our groups, Howdy Heal Naturally with Essential Oils, Detox Your Life, and Holistic Healing Group, a video that was from a 2018 or 2019 lecture where they explained Prime Meridian in more detail. I am not going to go into super depth with it because it could take 2 hours. It's just a lot of information. I didn't tag anyone, but I did post. So go look, and then you can get information about Prime Meridian, okay? So that being said, super exciting. Marlene, did you want to mention anything? Are you good?
Myself here. Yeah, I mean, let me know what your next topic is. Once you're going to get into the sharing piece, that's mostly what I wanted to explain, but I'll let you do your part first and then I will do the rest. But Prime Meridian for sure is an amazing thing that's coming. So many more people are waking up to the fact that when they're ill, they go to the doctor and they feel like scared about that because they know that what the doctor is going to tell them to do is probably not going to be that great for them long term. And a lot of people are using oils, you know, and so they get frustrated because they go to the doctor and they're like, oh, well, I've been controlling my XYZ with these things. And the doctor's like, I don't know what you're talking about, but if it's working for you, keep doing it. And that's not support, right? Like, we want our physicians to know what essential oil medicine is doing for us. And that's another benefit to this, that when you have taken it upon yourself to empower yourself with these tools and they're working for many areas of your wellness, when you go to these doctors, they're going to know why oregano is keeping a certain, you know, infection away, or why deep blue is helping with your fibromyalgia. And that's a beautiful thing, because you're going to feel like you're in this with your physicians instead of like on your own and in battle with them. That should not be how we feel about our doctors. We should be in partnership with them. So that's an exciting piece to this as well.
Yes, I totally agree. Very exciting. So let's go straight into LRP Loyalty Rewards Program. If you guys can get into the chat section of this, just let us know whether you have or have not received a membership overview explaining your account. If you have not, please just say you haven't on the chat so we know to reach out to you and help you out in that regard. So LRP, we're going to go into Loyalty Rewards Program. So for those of you who have seen on our groups through social media, you know, discounts, promo deals, buy one, get one free. So people who are getting their essential oils free constantly, this is just one way, okay? We're gonna go into other ways you can actually get everything free, but this is a huge way, a missing piece of the puzzle that a lot of people, I feel like on my organization, probably about 70% of my people are on the LRP. But for those who are not, you're missing out on a lot of free stuff, okay? So natural medicine. So no offense to people who sell like, you know, cosmetics or anything, but these are necessities. We're not selling like lipstick. We're selling stuff that should be in everyone's home anyway, you know? During a bad recession, people might stop buying jewelry and cosmetics, but they will never stop buying food, water, and natural medicines. Those are necessities. Okay, so the difference between doTERRA and a Costco membership. I like to use this analogy because anyone who goes to Whole Foods or Costco or shops on Amazon, you know, if there was something like this, you would stay very loyal. Let's pretend you go to Whole Foods or Target. Let's use Target as an example. And you go to Target, and at the register, you spend $200, and the cashier gives you $60 back and says, thank you for spending $200 with us, Susan. Here's 30% back, and she hands you $60 and says that you can go spend that on whatever you want. You'd probably stay pretty loyal to Target, right? And it's last time I checked, Whole Foods and Target really don't have a great rewards program, and they don't have many coupons either, or things that I would purchase. So doTERRA literally does that. And it was hard for me to get my brother to understand this. I did his membership overview last year. He was having a hard time wrapping his brain around it, and he eventually told me because it sounded too good to be true. It is true. You actually can get 30% back on everything. You start at 10%, it increases by 5% every 3 months until you're at 30% in rewards points return, and 1 point is the equivalent of $1. So I can send this image to you guys. If you have any questions about this, you can always message me and I'll send you the image, but it's very simple. Everyone here has an account, so I don't have to explain that it's $35 to get your account. It's $25 to reinstate it, but they do send you a free peppermint oil every time you reinstate your account. And if you do Loyalty Rewards Program, it is auto ship. It's optional. There's no monthly fee. It's a $1 minimum. And I just want to repeat this. It's a $1 minimum for stuff you're purchasing every month at the market anyway. Toothpaste, bar soap, cleaning supplies, natural medicine, supplements, and shakes. We sell all that stuff. We don't sell broccoli. We don't sell milk. But we do sell most 35 to 40% of the products we're purchasing at the market, full price, marked up 100% anyway. Don't do that. Save a fortune. Go to your LRP and set it up. It's, like I said, $1 minimum. Anyone who takes a shower will need a bar soap monthly, especially if you have kids. So on months you're just like, I don't really need anything. Just throw in a bar soap. Simple. Okay, so hopefully this makes sense. Marlene, is there anything you want to explain here?
Yeah, I mean, I think it is an important piece because a lot of times people get a little like weird about auto shipments because so many other companies do have like crazy minimums and all of these kinds of like requirements. And so I think it's important that people understand, like you said, they're spending money on these items anyway. They're getting nothing back for that. I had a friend come over. She was so excited that she got this new app that whenever she shops at this particular store she goes to often, she gets 2% back. And I'm like, wow, I guess I must be spoiled, because 2% doesn't seem worth even downloading an app to me. Like, we get 30% back. So, that's a huge deal, and it's not adding to your budgets. I encourage everyone, there's 20 people on this call, go around your home. If you still have bug spray, if you still have Tide detergents, if you're still washing your dishes with Dawn liquid detergent, if you're still washing your hair with Suave and using aluminum-based deodorants, and if there's anything in your home that's still toxic, throw it in the garbage. Throw it in the garbage, because you're using your oils to reverse these symptoms that you have. But let's get to the root cause of a lot of what the contributing factors are, which are these products. And giving them to your friends and giving them away is not being a good friend. Like, literally throw them in the garbage and replace them with natural, much more natural options, or look for recipes on our page to make your own versions if you have that kind of time. I don't, so I just buy what doTERRA has to offer. And so you're replacing your budgets. You're not adding to your budgets. You're simply replacing them. And like Rodney said, $1 item that you purchase, you get at least your shipping back. And I'm at the point where, like, I don't want to, if they sold broccoli, I'd buy it from doTERRA too, because I hate going to the store, going in my car, fighting with traffic, getting in line, and just, I'd much rather have things come right to my door. And I think the more and more modern society is getting more into that, because it's so much better to just order what we need and get it shipped to us. So even if you spend under $50, which only allows you to get your shipping points back, what you spend in shipping is going to come back to you. So you're not even paying for the shipping for it, basically. And then when you have a need for $50 or more, or 50 points or more of product, go ahead and get that. And now you're going to get the percentage plus the shipping. And I emphasize the 50 only because I can't count the times I have seen orders processed for LRP for 48, 49.50, 46.50. And so for not throwing in a bar of soap or a lip balm or a sanitizer, these people missed out on the percentage of their order, and they're only getting shipping points. So just keep in mind that if your PV is close to 50 anyway, throw something in there that's going to get you to 50, so you can get the percentage of your point, of your orders back. And I'm sure if you go around your home, you'll find things that you can replace. And you'll see that over time, with those points that come back and accumulate month after month after month after month, when you factor in all the free products you have gotten throughout the year, it's thousands of dollars that you didn't spend. So when you look at it from that perspective, you're not adding to your budget. You're actually saving money, and you're saving your health, which is priceless to me, because you're eliminating a lot of the contributing factors to why you have the hormone issues and the migraines and the rashes on the body and the respiratory, disease and all of these things, because you're not using products that contribute to those problems. So LRP is, in my perspective, it's a necessity for anyone who has a doTERRA account. Like, it just doesn't make sense not to fully benefit from something you invested in when these are products you're buying anyway at the store every month, and you get nothing back for that. So that is, that's my point on LRP. I think it's just, everyone should have them. And when you do, and when you're all here now to share, which we're going to get more into, you'll see that, like, once that comes into the picture, not only will it give you the points, potentially pay you back your investment, it'll even pay for that Prime Meridian $90 a month too over time. So your healthcare, your green cleaning, your personal care, your skin care, your hair care, your body care, for you and for your family, your supplements, everything is free. Add up per year how much you guys spend on that. I'm sure it's thousands of dollars. So we're going to get into, I think now, right, Rodney, how to share and how to be compensated for that.
Right. So thank you, Marlene. So let me just show you guys an image. So I do want to mention, though, that with me, when I was a customer for over a year before I ever decided I wanted to share. It took me about 3 months to get all my oils free, which means I got them free, sustained. My natural medicines, my natural cleaning supplies, my natural personal care products were free. And I sustained that for the rest of my life because of the way that I structured it. So there are 3 positions available. And I want you guys to know that there is not just customer and builder. You do not have to do anything like Marlene and I are doing, unless you want to. So there is something called, it's called sharer. But let me explain what these are, okay? So the user is a customer. It's just someone who loves their oils. 86% of our entire company are just customers. We love and adore them as they are. And then that's what they like to remain. I was a customer for over a year. A sharer is someone who gradually, organically refers people to their upline. In this case, that may be myself or Marlene. And it's very simple. You don't have to do this as a business. You don't have to do social media, Facebook Lives, or anything like that. You simply refer people because you love the oils. And when you tell people about these oils, which I know you guys are doing anyway, it's better that they come to us so that they can get a supportive organization, a family, a tribe, as opposed to like going to their cousin or a neighbor or perhaps enrolling online where they may not get support. I hear this happen all the time because those people in many cases, not always, but in many cases, those people are not set up to support them. So you'll know it's a moral compass on our part that every time someone walks by and they decide they want to get an essential oil, it's our moral responsibility to make sure that they are supported. So the sharer can organically share by referring people. They could enroll people on their own if they like. And then a builder, someone like myself or Marlene who wants to double, triple, quadruple their income. This is our career. So those options are available. This is more of a sharing video, but you do have those options. And so hopefully that makes sense. Anything about that, Marlene? You want me to go to the next?
Yeah, so I think the thing to kind of really take note of here is that, like Rodney said, more than 80% of the people who have doTERRA accounts do not build a business like Rodney and myself. They simply utilize the oils and refer people to those of us who do the business. And so that is huge when it comes to this kind of company. Most of these companies have to heavily recruit salespeople because they don't have consumer purchases, right? We know that's not the case with doTERRA. Those of you who have ever been through a Christmas catalog time with us know that is not the case with doTERRA, right? Because we literally break the internet when new product comes out, right? So people love these oils. They use them. They create a lifestyle from them. They are the ones that keep people like myself and Rodney in business, not us forcing people to sell with us, right? That is not what we need to do in our company because we have what is really unheard of in direct sales since the beginning of direct sales and all the companies out there. When we look at what percentage consumers purchase product repeatedly on an industry, from an industry standpoint, we're looking at like a little over 10% for most other companies. With doTERRA, it's almost 70%. And so that is why when we, share videos like this to encourage people to share, simply become referral partners with us, it's because we know that those efforts that those of you put into doing that will help you over a long period of time, because 70% of the people you share with will become lifers, right? Lifetime users of doTERRA, so that we can, with all confidence, say your healthcare will be covered. It will be covered. And so the ways that you refer and the ways that you partner with us to do that can look very different depending on the person's time frame that they have to spend on, with their people, the involvement they're able to support their people with or not. And so it's going to look a little different. And that's why it's important to sort of get with whoever that person is you're partnering with and come up with that strategy, and that everything is clear, right? Because sometimes I'll have people, let's say that, for instance, I'll give you an example. I have someone that wants to partner with me who's a doctor and has 1,000 patients at his practice. And he goes, "Oh, Marlene, yeah, I would love to get my patients all on oils. So you're going to come do all the classes. You're going to enroll all the people. You're going to do all the member overviews. You're going to support all their questions. I don't have time to do that, but I want all the benefits from it. And I want you to put everyone under me, and I want to get all the commission." Not really fair, right? So I am not going to partner with that doctor on that level because that doesn't make sense. Because that person has to take ownership if they want all of the benefits that it comes with building a business, because that's 1,000 people is not a referral partnership. That's a business. You know, hundreds of people is not a referral partnership. Referral partnership is a person here and there, you know? And so it's just, you know, to make it clear that when you're making these partnerships with the people building the business, that it's clear what your level of commitment and participation can be with supporting that person and what your benefit coming back to you. Because absolutely there's always going to be a benefit, you know, for instance with that doctor. I may be willing to say, okay, doc, well, I'll come teach all the classes and I'll do everything and I'll split them with you. So I would give you some of the enrollments and then I will put the other enrollments on the parts of my team that I need to build my business. And that to me would be fair, right? So you just have to kind of work with each person individually based on what they're going to be able to involve themselves with and what you can do for them and what you would want back. Okay, so, and that can look very different for everyone. It can look very, very different for everyone. So that's important to know.
Okay. Thank you, Marlene. That was really great. I also wanted to state, you guys, a reminder, because some of you came on a little later. When I mentioned this, there was 19 people on. Now there's 23. And I do want to show you guys. Can you see me?
Yeah.
Okay. So these two oils we're giving away as a raffle prize for those of you who stayed through the whole class. So make sure we take roll. At the end of the class, if you can get into the chat section of the Zoom, just make sure to put your name there, and I'll remind you at the very end, and Marlene can remind me to remind you. And so these are chakra cleansers, and they're crystal infused, and they smell amazing. So we're going to give those away at the end of the class for those of you who stay. There will be a raffle. Okay, so let's get right into the referral program. And I'm going to show you guys the image. Now, what we've already discussed, guys, is through Loyalty Rewards Program. Again, that's only one avenue that you can take. And the LRP can get you up to 55% off all your products, your natural medicines, supplements, cleaning supplies, personal care products. And let's get even deeper of how you can get everything for free, because 55% is not everything for free, right? So some of you are scratching your head like, well, is this really free or what? So yes, it is. So let's get right into other stuff. So photos, I'm going to go into the referral partnership. Okay. All right. So through referral program is when you talk to people after you've watched like a good movie or something, you're telling everyone, well, you're really helping that movie, you know, the people involved in that movie, because without getting paid for it. Can you guys imagine if you went to, I don't know if I should use Whole Foods as an analogy again, but let's say you went to Whole Foods and you love shopping there. I love to use Whole Foods as an analogy because it's very expensive to shop there. So they don't usually have coupons or any rewards program. So if you went to Whole Foods and Whole Foods all of a sudden came up with this really amazing program that if you referred people that you can get all your groceries free for the rest of your life, would you do it? Why wouldn't you? If you love the store and you love what they provide, or you might not like Whole Foods, maybe you go to Target, it doesn't matter. But let's say you go to a store and you love their products and stuff, and all you had to do was refer people, you know, and then eventually you can get all your groceries for you and your family free for the rest of your life. Yes, you would do it. So that's literally what doTERRA can provide, with a lot of companies don't do. So it's as simple as you don't have to do what Marlene and I do. I mentioned that again. You can just gradually refer people. I tell people if you're talking to someone and they smell oils on you, or if you give them some Digest-N, it takes care of their tummy ache and they have their miracle moment, you get rid of their headache or whatever, and they're like, okay, where do I get these oils? Some of you guys probably just tell them, oh, just go online and go with doTERRA, or you know, they're essential oils and they go buy some cheap oils at the market and end up hurting themselves because they're not using quality. So there's a lot of reasons why you want to send these people to us so we can place them underneath you. You get compensated. doTERRA will compensate you to say thank you. Why wouldn't you want to take part in that? And then at the same time, you're helping these people as well, because they're going to be fully supported by us. And they'll also get their oils that are the highest quality oils in the market on discount, and they'll have all those benefits as well, instead of having to pay full price online, right? So this all makes sense. This is all beneficial to you. It's beneficial to them, and it just makes sense. So like I mentioned before, it took me about 3 months before I had all my natural medicines and products for free. You can actually have the amount of compensation sent to you that would cover not just your natural medicines, cleaning supplies, and personal care products, but also your Prime Meridian healthcare as well. Once those facilities are set in your location, you'll be prepared. So that's what we're setting ourselves up for. Marlene, would you like to mention anything? I can't hear you. Marlene?
Yeah, I'm here. No, I was just gonna say that to keep it like kind of in a simple way to explain, like covering it for free. In doTERRA, those of us who on our LRP spend, like I said, 50, you get your free points. If you spend 100 in any given month, you're eligible to receive a check from doTERRA for any activity of sharing or building that you have had during that month. Rodney, can you mute yourself? Because it's just, there's a lot of background till I'm finished. So if you do 50, if you do 100, you get a paycheck. If you do 125 before the 15th, those of you on LRP know, right? You get what? That awesome free oil. So to kind of explain it more in a simple way, what we're saying is when you refer people, because we educate them properly, because they understand the benefits of LRP and replacing all the crappy chemicals in their home, most of the people are going to get on LRP. We're going to change their lives. We're going to get them, you know, to understand what shopping with free points are and all of that. And over time, you're going to have enough people from your referral partnerships to give you a $100 check back. Well, that's what we have to spend in order to earn a check, right? Roughly, that's about, let's say, 20 to 30 people, basically, is what it would take to have fully your oils paid for. Now, it may sound like a lot, but I've been doing doTERRA for 5 years and I have 3,000 people on my team. So 20 to 30 people is not a lot, especially when word of mouth is the most powerful marketing tool. And the more of those people that you talk to about this, they're going to talk to people too. It's not just you, it's those people too. So if you bring in 10 and those 10 people talk to one person each, and those 10 talk to one person, you're there. Right? So it's really not hard to do that. Then your 100 is covered. Over time, that is going to go above that, right? So then you're going to pay your oils and you have a little bit extra. Like that's where that extra 90 would come in for your Prime Meridian once you have a clinic in your place. Or just extra money to maybe help, you know, you buy your dream car. For some people, I ask people, you know, would $300 or $400 or $500 be life-changing for you per month? And a lot of people say yes. It would take them out of the stress of a second job that they have right now. It would take them to purchasing their dream car or upgrading their home to their dream home and adding that to their mortgage, right? So beyond the $100, you can also supplement your income. But that's basically what we're talking about with sharing, is that you're going to spend that 100. And it's not like you have to spend it right away. You can wait until you've shared enough and referred enough people that we would be able to tell you, okay, look at all the people, look at the volume. If you were to make that $100 check this month, this is what you would get back more or less. So it's not this commitment you have to do right away either. You can start sharing, and over time, when it makes financial sense to spend it if you need it. I mean, I don't see who could be on LRP and doTERRA and not need 100 anyway, because if you're replacing enough stuff, you're going to. But if it's not in your budget and you really are picky with how you spend that or whatever, even out there in the stores per month, you can still wait it out. And when it makes financial sense, we would let you know that. So that's kind of the gist of what the investment is in yourself and what you would be getting back in free product. You have to unmute yourself, Rodney. Let me see if I can find you. There you go, I did it.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now I feel like sometimes people may think, well, is that sustainable that I have a certain amount of people underneath me, and then and who's going to support these people? And I will just say, because Marlene probably already said it, and I just want to repeat it, is that we will help support your people. We are a community, and we'll make sure that they're supported in our groups and they can ask us questions. And that would be the agreement that we have with you and us regarding our referral program. And then also, is it sustainable? Marlene already mentioned we have a 65 to 75% retention rate. doTERRA has the highest retention rate of any network marketing company in history. The average network marketing company has a 13% retention rate. That's pretty dwindling, which is why people, when they try to do a referral partnership on those organizations or those companies, they typically feel like they're climbing mountains each month and nothing's sustainable. With doTERRA, it's not like that. When people start with us, they usually don't stop. They become lifers. So just keep in mind that it's not going to be a struggle. It's actually a very smooth ride. And then, like I said, all you do, it's as simple as pie. All you do is, when you meet someone who loves their oils or they love an experience that they had, you just send them to us and then we'll take care of them. And that literally is seamless. So let's get right into enroll your own people. So for those of you who just want to be organic sharers and just refer people to us and let us do the work, that's awesome too. For those of you who would like to just kind of take things into your own hands sometimes and understand how to enroll your own people, you have that option as well. It may speed things up for you a little bit too. So to enroll your own people, I don't know if you guys know how to enroll your own people. You simply do that on your back office. You will need to be a wellness advocate, which is free to upgrade. You just go to your back office and you click upgrade to wellness advocate, and then you're able to have access to register people as well. If you were to register your own people or refer them, it doesn't really matter. But let's say you're registering your own people on accounts. Here's a basic timeline to help you grasp how long it takes to reach that compensation. And when I say free healthcare, $90 for Prime Meridian, and then maybe you spend $100, $200 on natural cleaning supplies, personal care products, and medicines each month. So that's probably like $300-400 in all. To hit Elite, you will get back anywhere from $200-300 in commissions. So the average Elite to Premier makes anywhere from $365 to $939 a month. And again, that's commission, or that's compensation paid out monthly. And since we have such a high retention rate, it's sustainable. So this may be a little confusing, and I wish I had my little mouse to show you guys. I don't think I do. But look at the first one, because I think many of you probably who are just organic sharers, you're not willing to spend more than probably 3 to 5 hours per week, maybe less than that. And in that case, if you were to enroll your own people, it may take anywhere from 2 to 3 months. And ask yourself this question: 4 months from now, where are you going to be? Oh, can you guys see my screen?
No, you see it. You see the kitchen. You got to flip it towards you.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, guys. We had an earthquake over here. That first one where it says get your products paid for. Again, I want to mention $400 a month in compensation. That would likely cover your Prime Meridian once you have one in your location, as well as your cleaning supplies, personal care products, natural medicines, which are all crucial if you're actually trying to live a holistic lifestyle, prevent and heal illness properly, okay? We talked about that earlier. So an Elite is where you would need to be, roughly Elite, in order to get anywhere from $300 to $400 a month compensated to cover all of that. All right. And that is as simple as every time as you talk to someone, which I know you guys use the oils all the time, and people are asking you about them, or people are around you saying, oh my God, my head hurts, I have a headache, or I have a cough and flu, or my son has focus issues, or whatever. That's a really great opportunity for you. Just mention, hey, I have a friend who's a holistic health coach, Rodney Dotson, or Marlene Yvette. She's a holistic mental health therapist. And your friend might be like, well, how much do they cost? And you say, well, they're free. They help us out. They support us. And they don't charge for their services. They have free classes. They have resources and mentoring. And then you also get all your oils for 25% off, plus free shipping and rewards points. So it's a win-win situation, guys. And again, I want to mention, once you hit Elite, that's your commission. So I don't know if this makes sense, Marlene, if you want to maybe talk a little bit about this image too.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically the point that I made earlier, was you spend $100 in order to make any check. About 30 people doing the same under you is going to yield back that 100 to you. So again, maybe you don't know all 30, you know 10 people. I'm pretty sure all of the people on this call know 5 to 10 people who have some sort of chronic disease, who are on some sort of pharmaceutical drug for something, who use some horrible chemical to clean the house, who just need holistic guidance in their life. I'm pretty sure, because everyone, you know, our healthcare system is broken. It's broken. You know, our society is broken with the education of what we should be doing for our wellness. So we all know people suffering. And, you know, for nothing more than to, a lot of people that are on my team, for nothing more than just being a part of the solution, they send me people all the time. They don't even really care to get their oils paid for. They just want to do something positive in the world. And so that is an awesome thing and something we should all come together to do. And then, like Rodney said, just plant the seed with them and have them reach out, or, you know, see if it's okay. This is a good point. See if it's okay for us to reach out to them. Don't just pass along our card or pass along a brochure and give them our information, because most people are not going to be proactive about it. If you say to them, hey, is it okay if Marlene or Rodney reaches out to you, and they say yes, that's better, because you know we're going to do that. We're going to follow up. And another thing is that you want to stay away from doing is giving them any cost about it. The first thing people are going to ask you, well, how much is that? How much is it going to cost me? Don't give that answer, because that answer is very individualized to the person and the circumstance. And so what you say is, you know, that really depends on many factors. And it's the important thing to note there is that it's going to cost whatever you're able to spend, because we have oils for every budget. So the best thing to do to be educated is to get with Marlene and Rodney, listen to their consult, and let them, you know, tailor that for you. And just know that it's going to be affordable, much more affordable than what you're doing now that you keep complaining for the last 2 years that I've known you, or whatever it is, right? And if you guys have that desire to sort of eventually do your own consults, come along with them or be on the call with them so you can see how we do them over time, and you learn, and then over time you'll do them on your own. We have many, many people in my organization. I have almost 3,000 people on my team now. Many of them enroll every other month or every so often, and they're not business builders, but they've been sharing and referring people to oils enough times throughout the years that they know how to do their little consults, and they know how to just give people the best deals possible, and they do it themselves. So over time, you know, if that's something you'd rather do, then you can just learn from us initially and then take it on and do it yourself as well. But stay away from talking costs. Just see if they're open to a complimentary consult. And the other really good thing to do, especially for the skeptics, right? Because I've also heard of people going, really? Is that going to help me? I don't know. Is put oils on people, right? So make sure they have these little, if those of you maybe who are in doTERRA already for a while may have seen them already, or you may have received something like this when we were trying to get you guys into the oils, is to just a little sample bottle, right? A little sample bottle. You don't have to fill it up. This holds about 20 drops. You put about 10 drops in here, and this is what you would provide. Most beneficially would be in the moments that person complains about something. You know, oh, I have a headache. Well, maybe you just give them a few drops of Deep Blue, have them put it on in the moment. Or you know that they suffer from sleep issues, give them that lavender to try, you know, give them an experience with it. And when they say, oh my goodness, that really helped me, then you say, oh, awesome. Then you should really speak to Marlene and Rodney if you don't feel equipped to teach them about the 10 basic oils, which is really what we normally do with people. So one of the really important steps is to be prepared with those tools. In the back office of doTERRA, they sell a little keychain like this, where you can have 8 of those sample bottles clipped onto your purse at all times. I have these little cards, and if those of you who, and this is going to be one of the other packages that I offer, the first 10 people that reach out to me, so that's about half of you on here, the first 10 people that reach out to me with a list of people that you already know need oils in their lives and what those needs are, I'm going to give you the tools to get them sampled. Or if you can't do that piece and you're willing, because I'm not going to just cold call all these people. If you reach out to them and say, hey, you know, I've been using these oils and you've been complaining to me about this pain in your body. Would you be open to speaking to Marlene or Rodney? And they say yes, and you give us their information, then we would then sample them. If you're not going to, if these are people like perhaps like, let's say they live in another state, you're not going to see them to give them the sample or something like that, but you really want them to be helped with the oils, that's another option. Or, you're too busy to do the sampling yourself. So we do give you those options. And the first 10 people that reach out to me with that list of people that, that they need them. And if you're going to do the sampling yourself, I'll send you the sample packages out. But if you want me to sample them or Rodney, we need you to also reach out to that person and see that it's open, that they're open to it. And besides me and Rodney, there are other builders on this call. So if you were invited by Denise, or you were invited by Liz, or you were invited by anybody on this call who is a builder, who does this and knows what they're doing, then you're going to take them to that person, not to me. But I would still be happy to offer the first 10 people, no matter who you are with or who your builder is. That you guys are all on my team anyway. I could do the samples for you. So the sample bottles, I have these little cards that have like contact information on one side, and then the other side has like, this is peppermint. So it has the uses of peppermint, and you just stick the sample bottle right in there. It's really, really easy, so that the person, because that way they'll remember, oh, what did she say? Where do I put this oil? Super easy. It's even a cute little thing to give someone, and very easy way to sample. Another thing I keep on me is this case. This holds way more, but I like to just keep it in my purse, filled with sample bottles. So when I'm out and about and the need arises, I'm there to sample them, get them, to have an experience with it. And there's a little pad. I explain how they're going to use it. So just having the tools is the first step. How many times have I heard people go, oh my God, I was at this place and the person was coughing and they were doing, and I didn't have anything on me. Be prepared. You should be prepared for yourself anyway, because you don't know when. Everyone should have one of these, even for yourselves, right? When you're out and about, so you have your oils. But be prepared. And like I said, the first 10 people that reach out to me, I will give you all your own little sample packs to start that process, if you're able to do that yourself, or we can communicate about what that can look like with me sampling the people, or with Rodney or whoever else the builder is on the team that would be doing that for you.
Yeah, and I will mention also, if you are actually going beyond sharing and you're enrolling people on your own, you can teach your own classes, or at least you can host a class and then invite me or Marlene to come to whichever facility you're at, and we can teach the class for you. It's as simple as that. It's not a lot of work involved. Just give us a roof, and then we'll take care of the rest. But I want to go back to sharing really quick, and then we're going to end it. What time are we at?
Yeah, we have like 5 minutes.
Okay, perfect. Wow, this is so perfect. And it's 3:55. I've been seeing double, triple, quadruple numbers all week long. That's a good sign. So now, for those of you who have Marlene or myself living in your area, it's as simple as just making sure that a lot of your friends and family and people that especially the ones that are struggling with, illnesses or ailments, but really anyone, because prevention is key, right? Just send them to our classes. I mean, most of my classes are free. So just get people, we help provoke thought. When they actually go to the classes, I guarantee you they're not going to think the same way about their health when they leave. So you're really helping, and I know this sounds cliche, but you're literally helping save people's lives. Because 10 years from now, if they don't ever get this information, they're going to go on the same road of sickness. And if they actually go to a class and they start to think differently, they're going to change their life. So I encourage you guys to invite people, not just to our classes. So for those of you who are like, oh, I live in California, there's no way that I can do this. We have online classes all the time. There's no reason why you can't send people to our online classes, and they're free. So share the links with people. Very simple. All right, guys. Marlene, I think I'm good on my end.
Awesome. I hope that, we can take questions, and I'm fine with staying on a little bit longer for the questions. I just didn't want to hold people hostage here on the call if they needed to leave. So those of you who wanted to leave, that's fine. The rest of you who have questions, or you want to just chit chat or anything, post them, or you can actually, I think I have to unmute you. So just raise your hand in the chat and I can unmute you for your question. And again, the first 10, so get on your list, write out those people, what their needs are. It doesn't have to be any certain amount. It could be 5 for some of you, 10 for others, whatever that is. You can send them to me, Becky. If you're not on Facebook with me, my name is Marlene Yvette on Facebook, or you can email them to me at myhealinghippie@gmail.com. Okay. And yeah, let's get going. You guys get your oils, get your healthcare paid for. This quarter is the best quarter to do this because people start to get sick in October, November, December. They're stressed out. The weather's changing. They're eating crap. They're drinking more alcohol. They're getting sicker, right? So this is the time when you can go ahead and build that momentum up for your referrals and get your oils paid for. Or if you're local, like Rodney said, let's host a class together. I do really fun prizes and incentives for those as well, or online classes for those of you who are not local to us. Okay, so thank you all for being here. We're so grateful to have a tribe and a community that care about helping others in your communities and that care about your holistic wellness. You know, that is really what Rodney and my passion is in life, is to help people. We always say that we could become millionaires tomorrow and hit the lotto, and the very next day we would be getting up and doing oil consults, because we truly feel like this is our purpose. This is why we're here. And so I'm so grateful to have you guys in this community to do this with us. Yes, Nikki, we're going to do the raffle at the end. We'll post in the page who wins the raffle, because we're going to go through and make sure who stayed on the whole time. And those of you who came to my chakra class already and you have those chakra oils, if you win the raffle, I will give you another gift, because, you know, I know you have these already and I have some other goodies I could give you anyway. So again, thank you for being on. I love you all so much from the bottom of my heart. It is a blessing to have you on our team and to have you inspired to share this message of hope with others. Just think about how your lives would be so different if you didn't have oils in your life, right? We would be miserable. I cannot imagine my life without oils. So just know how many people in your lives, you know, you could be helping in that way. And don't feel like you're pushing it on people. You know, it's something that's so needed. They may not see that right away, and that's okay for you to plant that seed and to hear the no's initially. It's okay. It's okay. You're planting the seed. You're doing your part. A lot of you told me no. A lot of you on this call told me no for a long time, and here you are, right? So that's okay. Rodney told me no for 2 years, and he's my top builder right now in my organization. So I just know you hold space for people. You do your part. You plant that seed, and people will get it when they're meant to get it. Okay? So thank you guys so much, and I'll be on here for questions if you need to ask anything now, and if not, I'll be waiting for those 10 people to come on. And if I get a few others besides the 10, there's 20 people on here. You know what? I will, if you guys are really serious about sharing, I will go ahead with those packets, because it's that important to me, and I will cover the expense of that if it means we're really serious about getting some people some help in this quarter. Okay?
Okay, and then also we're taking roll. We did have like 30 people. Now we're down to 20, so I don't know what people thought. But in the beginning of the class, I mentioned that we're taking roll now. So at the end of the class, it is 4 p.m., so we're right on the dot. Perfect. Just make sure to put your name in the chat section of the Zoom. Put your name down there. So we're taking roll for the raffle prize. All right. And then we're going to answer questions too. So as soon as you can see questions you want to answer, Marlene.
Yeah.
Okay, Nikki, I'll do your overview. We'll schedule that, okay?
Yeah, just ask to be unmuted, or type if you don't want to speak on camera, just type the questions in the chat and we can answer them that way.
Anna, yeah, get in touch. I think Marlene, do you know Anna?
Anna, yes.
Oh, okay, maybe you can send her some the information.
Yeah, she's local. Anna, you can come by this week or call me and we can go over. And I know the 20th, those of you who are local to me in Orlando, I am also doing kind of what we went over today, but I'm doing that in person in Orlando on the 20th of October at 7 p.m. But it's going to be a little bit more business focused. So we'll go over this, and then I'm going to go over even more about like supplementing and replacing your income. So if you're local to me and you want to come to that, just let me know and I'll send you the details. And Anna, we can go over more of that at that time, because I know you have expressed interest in that as well.
I think, wait, let me read this again. I've always thought, I wish I knew ahead of time so I can say no. After you could probably take the recording off now, Marlene, and then we just go over the questions, but okay. Thank you guys. I really appreciate you being here. We're going to start answering these questions. I don't know how many there are, but I want to make sure everyone